Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rebuild Recovery podcast, where recovery isn't just about getting clean, it's about staying clean and becoming the man you were always meant to be. Now, this is episode 4, the Rebuild Tools, Becoming the Man After Addiction. So let's do a quick recap. In episode 1, we hit the comfort zone. We exposed how comfort is slow death and why leaning into discomfort builds freedom. Episode 2, we talked about the maze of resentment and how unforgiveness poisons recovery and why choosing active love sets you free. And episode 3, we tackled inner authority, stepping out of shame, owning our story, and speaking with conviction. Now, we are here in episode 4, talking about something that every man in recovery knows really, really well. That heaviness, the fog, the hopelessness that creeps in, I call it the black cloud. The black cloud tells you that life isn't worth it. It convinces you that nothing will change, and it suffocates your happiness. It blinds your progress, and if you don't learn how to break through the black cloud, it will drag you back into your old life. But there is a tool for this, and I call it the grateful flow. And it's not some fluffy, positive thinking gimmick. It's a practical, hard-hitting way to shift your state, pierce through the darkness, and reconnect with the source of strength that keeps you moving forward. So let's break this down because this one could actually save your life. Let's be honest, guys, recovery isn't all sunshine and lollipops. It's not just the wins and the breakthroughs, and some days you can feel really, really heavy. Some days you wake up and the world feels grey, and some days you feel like you're dragging the weight that you just can't shake. That's the black cloud. It shows up as hopelessness, feeling like no matter what you do, nothing will ever change. Negativity, only seeing what's wrong and never what's right. Isolation, withdrawing from brothers, meetings, family, because you don't want them to see your struggles. And exhaustion, even the smallest tasks feel impossible. The black cloud convinces you that only the negative is real. It blinds you to everything good in your life. It whispers, what's the point? And the danger is that the black cloud is one of the most common pathways back to relapse. Because when hopelessness sets in, substances start looking like relief again. I want you to understand this clearly though, guys. The black cloud is not who you are. It is a state. It's a storm that rolls in. And like any storm, it can be broken, not by force, but by flow. Now, let's talk about gratitude. I know some of you are already rolling your eyes. Gratitude, Hayden? Come on, mate. Don't give me another Instagram bullshit quote. But let me hit you with this though. Gratitude isn't about pretending that everything is fine. It's about focusing on what is real. When you're in the black cloud, your brain only sees what's broken. Gratitude forces your brain to look at what's right. It cuts a channel through the negativity so light can get in. And here's the science of it. When you practice gratitude, your brain literally changes. Stress chemicals drop, feel-good chemicals rise, and you shift from survival mode into growth mode. But this isn't just about the science, it's about survival. Because in recovery, gratitude keeps you anchored. It reminds you of how far you've come. It reminds you that life is worth fighting for, and it reminds you that even in the mess, there's something to hold on to. We lose too many good men to suicide. Men who thought the storm would never pass. Men who couldn't see their own progress, and gratitude is what helps you see the light again. It's what keeps you alive long enough to realize you were never as lost as you thought. Without gratitude, the black cloud wins. With gratitude, the light shines again. So what is the gratitude flow? It's not just listing 3 things you're thankful for and moving on. The grateful flow is a practice of actively creating a flow of gratitude until it builds momentum and changes your state. Think of it like this. The black cloud is heavy, static, and suffocating. The grateful flow is movement, energy, and circulation. When you generate gratitude, it's like opening a channel straight through the cloud. You connect to something greater, to God, the source, a higher power, and that connection gives you strength. It's not about faking positivity. It's about choosing to focus on what's right, even in the middle of what's wrong. And once you get the flow going, it shifts everything. Your energy rises, your perspective clears, and the cloud starts to break. Man, I have had mornings where the black cloud was thick. I woke up and thought, what's the point? Why bother? No one cares anyway. And if I had stayed in that state, I'd still be in bed, I'd still spiral, and I'd isolate, and eventually I'd be back into my old life. But every morning I use the grateful flow. I sit, I close my eyes, and I force myself to name things that I'm grateful for. At first, it feels hard. I didn't believe it, but I kept going. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful I woke up clean and sober today. I'm grateful I've got a second chance. I'm grateful for the bloke that I coach. I'm grateful that I have a body that I can train. I'm grateful for the air I breathe, and I'm grateful for this experience called life. I just kept speaking it and something shifted. The heaviness lifted just enough to move, and once I moved, momentum took over. I've seen the same things with men that I coach. One guy told me, Hayden, I am drowning in negativity. All I see is what I've lost. And we worked on the grateful flow. I said, name 5 things out loud that you're grateful for. At first, he said it was hard, but he did it. And then I told him to name another 5. And then slowly, his whole energy changed. He wasn't living under the black cloud anymore. He was living in the light again. Gratitude didn't erase his struggles though, but it gave him the strength to face them. And that's the difference. Let's get serious. If you don't break the black cloud, here's what happens. You isolate. You pull away from brothers, family, and support. You lose momentum, progress stalls, you stop training, you stop showing up, you spiral. Negativity feeds negativity until relapse looks like relief. You waste your life, your days, weeks, and even years lost to hopelessness. The black cloud convinces you that there's no way out, but there is. The grateful flow is the way out. And here's the truth, gratitude isn't just about feeling better, it's about staying alive. It's about staying sober, and it's about staying on the path. So how do you practice the grateful flow? Well, step 1, sit down and focus. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and bring your attention inward. Name your gratitudes out loud. Don't just think them, speak them. Start listing things you are grateful for, big or small. It could be your kids, it could be your heartbeat, it could be the sun on your face. Step 3, keep the flow going. Don't stop at 3. Keep going until you feel a shift, until the heaviness lightens, until you feel movement inside. Step 4, connect to the source. As you speak gratitude, imagine it is creating a channel upwards, piercing through the black cloud, and on the other side is the source, the ultimate positive energy. Feel yourself connect to it. Step 5, use it daily. The black cloud isn't a one-time storm. It comes back. So practice the grateful flow every day. You build it like a muscle. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. And soon you'll find that gratitude becomes your default, not your negativity. So this week, here's your challenge. Every morning before you do anything else, sit for 5 minutes and practice the grateful flow. Out loud, speak at least 10 things that you're grateful for. Don't overthink it, just let it flow. And here's the kicker. When the black cloud hits during the day, and it will, stop, breathe, and do it again. Out loud, right there. Do this for 7 days straight and watch what happens. You'll feel lighter, you'll feel stronger, and you'll see the world differently. That's the power of the grateful flow. So brothers, let's tie this all together. Episode 1, we said comfort is death. Episode 2, we said resentment is poison. Episode 3, we said silence is a cage. And now in episode 4, I'm telling you this, negativity is a liar. The black cloud wants to convince you that nothing matters, that nothing changes, that you might as well give up. But that's a lie. Gratitude cuts through the lie. The grateful flow pierces the cloud, and when you practice it, you reconnect to a power greater than ourselves. And that strength keeps you moving forward. Your family needs you present, your brothers need you strong, and the world needs your light. So stop living under the black cloud. Open up the channel and let the grateful flow carry you. This has been episode 4 of the Rebuild Tools. And if this spoke to you, share it with another brother who's fighting underneath the cloud right now. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And next week, don't miss it, episode 5, where we're going to talk about jeopardy, why recovery is a daily fight. And until then, keep rebuilding, keep showing up, and keep practicing gratitude. And I'll catch you on the next one.